And welcome back to the United Faithfuls YouTube channel. I'm Zach, and today we'll be having a look at Manchester United's midfield and what changes can be made to it in the summer. With the addition of Christian Eriksen and Casemiro last year, United's midfield has dramatically improved, with those two and Bruno Fernandes allowing a lot more control than the previous pairing of Scott McTominay and Fred. However, recent form has shown us that we are far from perfect in the middle of the park. This is especially true away from home, with our midfield sometimes seeming too aggressive, which can mean we struggle to control games. An example is Casemiro, a fan favourite and undoubtedly one of United's best signings in the last decade. Despite this, his discipline is an issue. He's been shown 13 yellow cards and 2 reds since coming to Manchester. But a reason for this aggression could be an over-reliance on him for defensive duties, with other midfielders not pulling their weight. Despite Eriksen showing his quality on the ball, he leaves a lot to be desired off it. Compared to other midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues, Eriksen ranks in the bottom 1% for tackles made, with 0.72 tackles per 90. Needless to say, this is far from ideal for a central midfielder. In January, Marcel Sabitzer was brought in on loan from Bayern Munich to help support the midfield, with the Austrian providing some good performances when he's had the chance. Regardless of whether he stays or not though, United need a world-class midfielder as well, someone who's comfortable against the press and a good progressor of the ball. A standout option is Frenkie de Jong. However, since the failed transfer saga last summer, he seems to be nailed onto the Barcelona starting 11, making a deal even less likely. Another option could be Declan Rice, who seems set to leave West Ham this summer. In the top 15% in Europe for progressive carries and the top 30% for successful take-ons, Rice is definitely one to watch, but may cost a hefty fee if United want to convince West Ham to sell. With the reported summer budget of 100 million, a cheaper option may be needed for Ten Hag. United could also look to sell players to raise some extra funds too. Outgoing could include Scott McTominay, who through a combination of poor form and injuries has struggled for game time under Erik Ten Hag. Donny van de Beek is also another player who United could look to offload. When Ten Hag arrived, United fans thought we could finally see the best of van de Beek, but the season-ending knee injury he sustained in January gave him yet another obstacle to face in his Man United career. £50 million can be added to the budget if these two players are sold, but with the club so desperately needing a top striker, the midfield may have to be bought with the little funds left over. Overall, it goes without saying that Manchester United need to recruit some top quality players in the summer, so who do you think they should be? Comment below with 3 players you think the club should sign over the next couple months. That's all for now. I've been Zach, and stay tuned for the next video on United Faithfuls.